Hi and welcome to the second material about the Principes, a game about divided Poland in the 13th century, about the struggle for power and unification of a kingdom. We already presented in our first game the description of this game, so we talk about the principalities, we talk about the actions, about the map, about the neighbors, invaders, various tracks, might, support of people, clergy, and so on, and also how you can progress with actions. I'm leaving the link to this first material below this video, but I'm also providing you the link to the game found, because this game, if all things move well, will be on the game found soon, and you will be able to see it's in all this beauty. Today, in this second material, I will be doing the example of play. So actually how to play this game. In the first game we had an overview and we have also a lot of information about the rules. Today we'll see how to unite the Poland, what we can do, what actions we will take and how it will go. Just a short reminder, we have four principalities: Polonia Minor, Silesia, Polonia Major and Mazovia, with many neighbors around and many things happening in the meantime. So let me move the princesses away. I was doing some simulation before this. What will be my plan for today? We have normally 6 rounds. In each of the rounds, each of the players will play 3 actions. I will play 1 round, so you can see the whole 1 round. How does it look like? In the setup, we place 3 footmen and 1 knight according to the predetermined, disposition, and the princeps. Princesses, and I believe we have it correctly done, because all our places with the might are covered. Another thing which we will do in the setup, we draw 3 cards. So I actually draw 3 cards, 1 battle card, 1 court card and 1 neighbor's card to each player's hand. And actually, honestly, I have chosen them a bit, so it will be an interesting play. So this was my intention for this. What will happen now is that we will go through the sequence of play, the round order, which tells us before the first round of each period we will be choosing a prince. It's the time to do it now, and also sending them princes to the chosen area. Then we'll move round token forward, not in the first turn. The princeps, in this case at the beginning of the game, Polonia Minor prince, will decide on the turn order, so which way we'll go, clockwise or anti-clockwise. Then we will go to the random event, we'll resolve the text of this random event, we'll plan the actions, we'll start resolving the actions, and then we will play through the icons of a random event. So the princesses are first, and because the princeps is here in Polonia Minor, they will place their princess first. What they do not want to have is probably the attack from behind. The princess, when placed with the neighbors, will prevent for the 2 rounds their attack on the country. If we put them into our capital, they will give us a card at the beginning of the 2 next turns. If we put this into the opponent's, capital, it will force them to discard 1 card. What we would like to do as a Polonia Minor, we would like to prevent the Russian attack. Now, if we have a princess here, no other player can place the princess there for time being. What our friends from Silesia would like to do, they have powerful neighbors, Germans and Bohemians, so they want to get rid of at least one of them. They will place it here because they want simply to prevent their attack. Now, the Polonia Major is probably the most aggressive faction in this game. So they will take their princes and they will put them in Poznan. So those guys will have at the beginning of the turn to discard 1 card, and they will do it. They will discard 1 battle card because they have good otherwise cards. Excuse me. Now, what can the Mazovians do? They take their princess and they think, okay, I cannot put her here to get a card because it's already, taken. I cannot put them here because the Russia is also occupied with a princess from Polonia Minor. I cannot prevent the invaders. Maybe I can do something else. Maybe I can do also the bad thing to our colleagues from Polonia Major. I will put my princess here and will force them to get rid of one of the cards, and they would like to throw the neighbor card. So this was before the round 1, yeah. Now, when the round starts, the princeps sets the order. They say, I want this to be, clockwise. Let me move that way. So, Polonia Minor, Silesia, Polonia Major, Mazovia. This would be our order. What happens next? We need to resolve a random event which will make each turn different. Let me have a look. To arms. So the event is each player may assemble one knight and one footman for free. Cool, great stuff. We will definitely do it. Then at the end of a turn, we will be, putting one token of like this, which means a rebellion in the land, and then we'll have also the attack from Prussia. We put it here, just a reminder. So everybody can assemble one knight and one footman. Let me do it. We start, of course, from the princeps. They will put them here. And they don't need to put them at the border here. They can put them here. And assembly you can do only in the capital or with a prince. They will put those guys here. They will put their guys in the capital. Oh, I believe we might have some fight this turn. Let's see what they will plan. So this was the random event. Now we should plan the actions. I already pre-planned them for you guys so we can start playing. And normally when we plan them, we do it in a hidden way. So we put them like this. This is first, second, and third. And then we'll be resolving them. For the purpose of this presentation, yeah, I put them like this, so I remember what I planned for everybody. I try to simulate exactly what will happen on the map. We have, as a reminder, 6 actions, and during the turn you can only take 3, and of course each of them only once, because you have 1 token for each. So let us start with Polonia Minor. They will place this action. This action is progress. Progress allows us to place as many progress tiles as the current period number. The period is first period, so they can place 1 progress tile. What it will be? They are pretty economically, focused. So they think about this or this to gain some money. This they like. You do not lose, people support before collecting taxes. They really like it, and their action of a tax collection will improve. Let me just show it to you how we do it. We put it here. We put here. By the way, I already chosen the princes, so I am not showing them to you. Everybody has already their prince chosen for the time being. And as a reminder, Polonia Minor's special ability is that if you control Cracovia, you need only the 1 highest position to become princeps. Now, whenever we play the taxes, what will happen? We gather the taxes, but we will not cause the unpopular, movement across the people. Our prince for this period is legitimate princeps. Gain 1 popular support at the end of each round. You finish as princeps. Let us now see what the Silesians will do. The Silesians, surprise, surprise, they would like also to do the progress action, and they need money and they want money. So what they are planning to do? they will take this tax enhancement. So you may lose additional popular support and gain additional 4 money. And as you can see, this will look like this for the Silesians. Their special abilities, if your tax action, in your tax action, you gain 2 additional money. The prince they do not have a choice, they have only one for the first period, is a builder. During your build action, you may build 1 building for free. Pretty decent thing. I will not surprise you, but the Polonia Major is also doing the same. They want the upgrade, but they are much more militaristic, and they will look at the militaristic upgrades. And let's see what we have, for example, in movement. Let us have a look again. So, your knights and prince have 4 movement, or maybe your opponent needs +1 to remove your prince. They will have a faster movement of their cavalry. So their board will look like this after this upgrade. So they have first action done. They have special ability if you control Gniezna. When you do council, you gain 2 clergy support. And their movement action is now, of course, enhanced. And what kind of a prince do we have for them? We had the choice. We had 2 princes of choice. Both of them are pretty militaristic. So we will have combative. After a battle in which the prince participated, draw an additional battle card. Usually, after the battle, you draw 1 battle card. Last but not least, guys, I will surprise you. We will also do the progress action with our Mazovian cousins. And Mazovian cousins would like to focus on building the troops and, focusing on the Prussians will come. So they want to build the troops and they will build this. You may assemble 2 units more. I believe this is a good stuff because instead of 3 regular units, we'll be able to assemble 5. Of course, we need to pay for them. So the Mazovian cousins will look as follow. I will not be doing this after each and every upgrade, but at least in the first round. They have assembly +2, so they have enhanced action. This is the first action they take with the wind. In each battle, you may reroll your die. Whom do they have as a prince? They have met Konrad of Mazovia during a battle involving the prince. All your shields are treated as double swords. So that means that he will be pretty deadly, but he will be easy to be killed also, unfortunately. So as you can see, in the first round, we mainly focused on building our strength in actions. Now in the second round, let me start again with Polonia Minor. They do the tax action. How do we do the tax action? First of all, we need to lose 1 popularity among the people, but those guys have this special, enhancement to the action. They do not lose it, so they will simply collect the money. They collect money equal to their might. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, so they collect 4 money. Interestingly, the number of coins you have in this game is limited, so you cannot get more if there is no in the supply. Now, what here will happen? So, what will happen with our Silesians? They will also tax, especially because they have a special ability of getting more money. So they will lose 2 popular support, at least temporarily, so from 4 to 2. And thanks to this, they will gather first of all for their might 1, 2, 3, 4, plus additional 4 from the special ability. So they have 8. They have a lot of money now, and they will be most probably spending. Now, what the Polonia Major will do? Those guys are pretty focused on battles. So first of all, they will assemble. assemble allows you to place up to 3 units. For some of them you need to pay. We have actually only 3 units after the event, which will giving us 2 free. So for this we need to pay 1, and it can be only in capital or in with prince. So this is at this moment in time the only possible place. We pay 1 because the knight costs, the footman does not. And let's be honest, we are ready to roll with all those, forces. Now, seeing what's going on, how the Mazovian prince will react, he will also assemble. And let us remember that the Mazovian prince can assemble 2 additional units. However, he already has only 3 available, so he will not manage to assemble too much. He will assemble, here with his prince or in the capital. He will pay 1. Round 2 is finished. Let's move with round 3. I promised you to show all the actions, and we shall do it, because now the Polonia Major will do the build action. The build action allows you to found 1 city and build up to 2 buildings. They will found Cracovia. Cracovia has a special token, all of those have special. It will cost us 3. Plus, we can build up to 2 buildings. There could be only 1 building in the particular hex. What we shall do, we will build 1 building which is castle at the border with Russia, just for the future. And we will build 1 of the buildings which are giving our popular support. We will build it maybe here, in Lublin. So our popular support jumps 1 up. At this moment in time, And additional thing which we increase is might, because we have now 5 those circles. So if we look at the position board at this moment in time, we can see that the Polonia Major, so actually not those guys, but those guys, jumped from 4 to 5. The same thing happened here on the popular support. So they made a nice progress with this, and their southern border is better protected. Now, what the Silesians will do, they will do the similar thing. They will also use this build action. And remember about this guy. This guy can build 1 city for free. And I would like also to use now the court card, which we have for the Silesians. Found 1 additional city for 1 money less. This is really good, because now when we play this card, we can do a lot with them, and we have a lot of money. You know why they wanted to tax. First of all, Wrocław will be upgraded. Then we will upgrade Gołagów. Give me a second, let me find them. Or it could be also like this. It could be here. So this costs us 3. This costs us 1 because we pay 1 less. This is 4, and we will found 2 buildings. 1 to protect this area, and 1 to increase our popular support here. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6. We pay 6, but we have 6, which was not a problem to spend it. We could also get money from here, or potentially use this card for to increase 1 of those 2 tracks. When we use the card, we put it at the bottom of the deck. This was their 3rd action. With our colleagues here cousins in Polonia Minor, we actually could play this card during our turn, and let's do it. That way we will increase 1 of our clergy or people support. Let's use it for the clergy support, just to shuffle the deck. And also remember, you can have only 6 maximum cards in the hand. What happens next? We have Polonia Major with their action, last action. I'm not surprising you guys. This is movement. We shall have a battle, and we shall show it. The movement action allows you to move all the pieces on the map, and I believe we would like to get some strongholds. These are well protected, but here we should have a more juicy space. We'll move our cavalry here just to get through that. We'll move one of those. Now we will spread those a bit to have a better protection. This should be fine. This is our movement. And how does the battle works? Let me show it to you. Battle order. We move the units. Before the battle, we can play that amount of battle cards as many units you have. So, for example, up to 3. Yeah. Then we will be throwing a die, the attacker, the defender. We'll calculate all swords and the shields for both sides. First of all, the attacker attacks the defender and sees how much damage they will do, net damage, and then vice versa. We will be able also to play the cards after the roll, and mainly to add those two parameters. Then we will check who won the battle. You will win the battle if you toppled more units than the opponent, or you killed all the opponents. And then there are also possibility to play the after battle, cards. So you have before the battle cards, throw a die, play additional cards just for those two symbols, calculate the final result, and play after the battle cards. A reminder, Prince has 2 swords and 2 resistance. Knight has 2 swords and 2 resistance. And the Footman has 1 sword, 1 resistance. There is no additional health, let's say, metric. The damage is equal to your health. Yeah, simple like this. So how does the game, this battle starts? This battle starts with the before the battle cards. Let us see. I believe we will play as a Mazovian this card. So, if what does it say? Let me bring this closer to you. This is a very nice card. If the player performing movement stops on your lands, they lose 3 clergy support. Sorry guys, you started the hostilities, you lose 3. So they jump from 4 to 1, unfortunately for them. This was not before the battle, it was actually after the movement, of course. Now, do they have before the battle? Actually, those guys have something before the battle. They will add 2 additional swords. And let us remember that we have Prince of Polonia Major being part of a battle. So what they will do after a battle in which the prince participated, draw additional battle card. This is a foregone conclusion, I would say, what will happen here. I don't see much possibility to resist it, but let's see. So the initial calculation after the battle: 1 sword, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow, guys, this is like ridiculously large. At least maybe we can inflict some damage. So the 9 to attack, and the Gord has 1 defense, so 1 shield. And we battle back with the Mazovians with only 1 sword. So let me roll the dice. We have 2, the attacker and the defender, and I will take the roll. So this is the attacker, this is the defender. Unfortunately, we don't have this Mad King here taking part, because otherwise we will be able to convert all our, all our shields into the swords. But we can re-roll the die. Oh my goodness, what a carnage. So the attacker adds 2, the defender adds 2. And at this moment in time, we can play during the battle cards, but both sides have 0. And we can also play now only the during the battle cards, but they have 0, they don't do anything. So we calculate the losses. The attack strength of attacker 2, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. They are killed outright. However, they are not going down without the vengeance. Their attack strength is 2 plus 1, so 3. First of all, we kill the footmen always. Then we kill the cavalry. So we have following situation that the Mazovians killed 2, the Polonia Major killed 1. However, they are completely wiped out, so they lost the battle. Those guys goes to the general supply. What happens now after the battle? We don't have any events after the battle. Couple of things will happen. First of all, both sides will get additional card, battle card. They were fighting, so they get a bonus for fighting, a battle card. Then, second thing, we need to upgrade the tracks, update the tracks. First of all, Polonia Major has 1 more might, so they move here. Mazovia has 1 less might. And now, whom does the people like? The ones who are winning. So Polonia Major won the battle, so popular support goes up. Mazovians lost the battle, so the popular support goes down. You see how it plays. They are very, very happy that they managed to do it. What would be the last action of the Mazovians? It would be council, and they have some ace which they prepared for this last round. What they will do, namely, they will they have 2 options. In the politics action, they can draw 3 cards and choose 2, or summon a council. They don't want to summon a council. They will not get the Princeps, token, because they are at the top of only 1 of those, tracks. If they would be at 2, they will be able to get it. So they will get cards. They will get the neighbor cards. But before they do it, sorry guys, before this phase, before your politics action, before choosing council or choosing whether it will be the taking of the cards, they can play a card, and they would like to play a small, nimble neighbor card. What kind of card it will be? It will be Germans, a major German card, German marches. They will play 2. Before your politics action, move neighbor units. Of course, if somebody would like to move Germans against us, we could play block neighbors units movement. This is the number of units, so all Germans will move. And they will say, okay, guys, I will pay 2, but I want my revenge. I want my revenge on the Polonia Major. I will use my neighbors to try to hit them. So we take the Germans and we move them. Those guys move 2, and those move 3 regularly. So those 2 will move here. 1. First of all, this is the territory of Silesia. So we ask, dear Silesian people, do you want us to come here and burn down your Legnic or other areas? No, we don't want. So can we pass freely to Polonia Major? Yes, you can. So we move those 2 guys here, and those 2 guys goes here. And of course we have a battle here. Yes, so let's see how they will fare. The battle is immediate. First of all, we have before battle events. Of course, the neighbors does not have any events, but the Polonia Major can have some battle events, and they have. Actually, they draw a card for this battle, so they can do something, and they can discard 2 money. They do it to get in this battle 2 swords and 1 shield. There is no more events, so we just draw. We roll 2 die. Okay, so this is the die of the attacker, this is the die of a defender. How do we calculate the losses? First of all, attacker versus defender. Attacker has 2, 4, 5, so we have 5 attack. The number of shields on the side of a defender is 1 and 1 for guard, yeah? So this is 2. 5 to 2 is net 3. Net 3 is enough to kill both footmen. Now let's see how many attackers will survive. So how many damage the Polonia Major footmen will inflict. They have 1 for the footman, 2 for the footman, 3 for the die roll, 4, 5. So they have 5 as far as their strength is concerned. Those guys have only 1, shield. So this is 5, net 4, and net 4 allows to kill both of them. So guys, they killed each other, but because the battle is won, of course the popularity grows for the Polonia Major guys. But they are pretty open for future attacks in this area. This was a really well played card, which saved their asses. And they fought the battle, so what? They draw another card, which can be potentially very, very helpful. So this didn't play so well for the Mazovians, but this was a card before their political phase. In political phase, they just want to draw 2 cards from here, 1 card from here. They look at the cards and they decide they will throw this card away and they will keep 2 neighbor cards. Because all 4 principalities did their 3 actions, we are at the end of the round 1 here. At the end of the round, what we will do, we will resolve those actions. First of all, we have a division action. So rebel, we will have rebels. What do we do? Each player may place a division on 1 chosen land of another player without their units. So of course we will do, there are some possibilities to inflict some damage on the opponents. First of all, Polonia Major, where they would like to place the token, they will place it here to reduce the number of might which Polonia Major has. So Polonia Major goes down from 5 to 4. They gained here, they lost here. Silesians, what they would like to do, where they would like to put it. There are no juicy spots, but maybe they would like, they see that they are developing very well. They would like to stop it a bit. Now, Polonia Major, of course, they are targeting the Mazovians, so they will put it here. And the Mazovians, of course, trying to defend against Polonia Major, where we'll put it here. So this was a division. Now we have the Balz raid. Let me show it, how to play it. Here we have it. Balz raid. The Princeps may move Prussians first and then with Lithuanians. If there are Teutonic knights on the map, the movement is made only with Lithuanians. The Princeps says, well, whatever actually makes my opponents weaker is good. No, the Polonia Major attacked here and they decreased the might of the Mazovians. Then the Germans attacked them. They are also, weakened. So why not to push further? And we will definitely would like to push further. But the question is where we would like to fight. We will send those 4 guys here. And let's see, maybe we can inflict some damage. We don't have a good cards for the Polonia Major here, unfortunately. So what happens? They fight with each other. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 swords and 4 swords here, but 1 defense die for the god. Let me roll for the both sides. Where do I have my die? Here it is. Okay, the attacker has 2 swords, the defender has 2 shields. Let's calculate. 1 attacker, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 to attack, 1 shield, 2 free shields. So 3 net hits, they are lucky. 1 more hit and the Princeps, the prince will be dead. So those guys are dead. And now, what will be our response? We have 2 swords here, 2 swords here, so they kill all the Prussians. So they won the battle. So first of all, they draw the card for the battle and another for the prince who took part in this battle. And then I believe they won the battle, so the popular support will grow. However, those guys are dead. But this is not everything. We still have Lithuanians, and we send them here too to do some damage on this prince. What will happen now? 4, 2 and 2 versus 2 and one shield. We have now many more cards on the Polonia Major side. Yeah, so I believe we can use one card because there is only one unit. We'll use this. Before battle, if you are defending, move up to 2 of your units from adjacent lands to the land where the battle is taking place. So we'll use those 2 troops here to defend better. We roll now the die for both sides. That's not bad. The defender 2, those guys. And we calculate. 2 swords, 5. 5 swords versus 1 shield for the god and 2 shields here. So 5 swords to 3 is actually net 2. Those 2 guys are dead, but the prince is saved. Now we strike back with 1, 2, 3, 4. They have 1 shield, so we will use one of the cards to have, additional swords. So this will be 5 to 1. We will kill both of those guys. Again, we won the battle. We draw a card. We draw additional for having a prince in the battle. And I believe we won the battle, so we increase our popularity. This was a bloody raid, but the Polonia Major survived. However, they are now in a pretty tricky situation. They started the hostilities, as you can see, and it fired back. Both the Germans and Balts attack them. They're still standing. The first thing they need to do now is, of course, to get the assembly. For this, we should decrease their might. We did. They have 4 now. That's good. That's end of the round 1. In the second round, that's not everything. I'm sorry. Special ability of Polonia Minor. If they are princeps at the end of the turn, they gain 1 popularity. A very interesting situation after the first turn. A lot of fighting here. They are sitting, silently and getting victory points. Those guys who are princeps instigated attack here. They are fighting with each other. A lot of interesting stuff can still happen in the future periods and turns. I will stop here. I tried to explain and show you the mechanics of the game and also how it plays. I really like how you upgrade and update the actions, how the battle is simple. We didn't have any prince dead on the battlefield, although those one was close to be killed. I believe this would be a very interesting cutthroat games where you not only fight inside together, but you can backstabbed by the neighbors. Of course, if you play a proper action, which you play secretly and then simply resolve in order. That's all for today, guys. I really strongly recommend Principes. Check the Game Thought page, subscribe, wait for the campaign to start. A really interesting game about the Polish history. However, also from the mechanics perspective, I think this is a great product. That's all for today from me. If you like this video, do not hesitate, give thumbs up. If you'd like to see more content like this, kindly please subscribe. Every small subscription counts for the Boardgames Critical. That's all for today. Thank you for being with me and thank you for watching. Bye.